We're back inside the State Farm Center getting set for the 2026 NCAA Men's Gymnastics Championship. It's all on the line tonight, and this is championship season. There's no question about it. The NCAA Women's Water Polo Championship is Sunday, April 26th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPNU. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for the NCAA Championships. Great enthusiastic crowd on hand, and the championship format is 6 teams have qualified from yesterday's qualifier into tonight's championship round. Different from women's college gymnastics, 4 athletes compete and all 4 scores count, so it'll be very intense. We'll crown a team champion and 7 individual champions, 1 for each apparatus, and of course an all-around champion as well. Now help us understand, Brody, the scoring. It's just like they use in the Olympics here for the men's competition.
Absolutely, so a little bit of crash course in the scores here. So your final score is a combination of your execution score and your difficulty score. Your execution starts from a 10-0, and then all the deductions that the judges take are subtracted from that 10-0. And then your difficulty score is comprised of your top 8 skills, and each of those skills are given a difficulty value A, B, C, D, and so on. And that means an A is worth 1/10, B is worth 2/10, and so on down the line. So you add those 2 scores together, and that's how you get your final score.
All right, the women's competition is based on the 10-0 system, but here, this is international scoring. Now, if you want to watch your favorite team, go on to ESPN Plus, and you can see Nebraska's on the floor in this rotation, Michigan on the horse, Illinois on the rings, and so forth. We open up over here on floor exercise with Kaylin Curry, who competes for the University of California at Berkeley. Now, there'll be several athletes competing today, competing here as individuals. These are top athletes who are competing for individual titles. Their teams did not qualify as a full team. Absolutely. And so in addition to team competition tonight, we will be celebrating these amazing individual athletes as well.
Absolutely. We saw a strong first 2 opening tumbling passes. Just a transition down the side here.
Kaylin Curry, the senior, American Canyon, California, typically does 3 or 4 events for the California Golden Bears.
You see there, that was a triple connection pass. So he did a back whip into a 2.5 into a front layout. So he's really trying to take advantage. Every time you connect passes like that, you actually get a bonus. And a great double layout dismount.
That is so hard to do at the end of a routine. Jackson Mitchell. We saw him spectacularly on this event in the qualifier. California ended up 7th, and only the top 6 teams qualify to today's championship round, but you're not going to want to miss this guy. He can fly.
Absolutely.
First up on ball from Army.
Starting off with those in-bar element groups. Huge laid out Tkachev. Judges are really looking for him to keep a completely straight body all the way over the bar, and he did that perfectly.
Mitchell, the junior from Kyle, Texas.
Into the same skill, but straddled. Very nice one-arm giant there. And here comes a dismount. Laid out double-double. Nice. Very nice routine.
The California Golden Bears have been working to increase their level of difficulty over the last couple of years to make sure that they can compete with the best of the best, and this is a good example.
Absolutely. We see here that laid out Tkachev. So really the judges are looking for that body to be completely straight as his toes are coming past the bar there, and he did it flawlessly.
Luke Tully on parallel bars now competing as an individual all-around specialist, meaning that he'll compete tonight on all 6 apparatus for William and Mary as an individual, and hoping to earn an All-American status in the all-around.
This has been a really good routine so far. No major bobbles or mistakes. Just the dismount. Pretty big hop backwards on that, but overall that was a really solid routine. Good start. Let's take another look at this dismount. Great double pike. Toes were pointed in the air. You can see he just over-rotated that a little bit too much, but was able to stay on his feet.
All right, now to the rings. Penn State. Just before him, Oxlade Karsikas had a 12.8. Penn State ended up 8th of the teams here, just missed out on a shot in the team final. And on the right side of your screen is Brian Solomon. He's competing here as an individual all-around specialist. He competes for Navy. Navy and Army are the two service academies that are represented here as full teams coming into this championship. But Brian now competing today as an individual in the all-around.
That was amazing.
That was awesome. I think that's the first front handspring vault that we've seen this weekend.
Oh, no kidding. Gymnastics enthusiasts might know that Brian Solomon's mom is Nancy Kerrigan, the legendary champion figure skater. And he can twist just about as well as she could. How about that?
That was awesome. Just broke out there and spotted that ground.
What a way to start his individual all-around effort here in the championship session. Okay, now we move on to the meat of this rotation 1, and that, of course, is the athletes competing for their teams. Remember, it'll be 4 up, and all 4 scores will count towards the team total for the teams competing here for the championship. Fuzzy Benas will lead off the Sooners on a strong event for them, parallel bars.
Fuzzy really excels on this event. You'll see that right here starting out. That's called a peach basket with a half turn. He'll do it again, just straight to handstand. Really proficient in those long hanging skills.
Last year he was 3rd in the all-around at the NCAA championships when it was held up at the University of Michigan. He's a senior this year, been an important contributor to the Sooners throughout his career.
We've got his dismount coming up. He is known for sticking this.
Oh! Looks
So
like he
close.
didn't have to take a step, did it?
He could have stuck that.
He's been dealing with a shoulder injury. You can see the KT tape on his arm.
Let's take another look at this dismount. I think he just held on to his knees a touch too long there. Oh, he didn't need to do that.
Every 10th is going to count, and in NCAA gymnastics, you get a 10th of a point bonus if you stick a landing. So those could add up if you don't stick them all, as tonight the competition is expected to be extremely close. Garrett Schooley for Illinois on the rings. They had an amazing opening performance on rings yesterday in the qualifier. And here goes Stanford on the right side of your screen on the vault. Wade Nelson.
Great starting vault for Stanford there. We're getting toward the end of Garrett's routine here. Now, Illinois stuck 4 for 4 rings routines yesterday. So let's see if they can do that again, starting here.
Oh! How about that?
There we go, 1 down.
Nothing to it. That was really one of the most exciting things we saw yesterday in the qualifier, was how Illinois, who'd had all this adversity this year with injuries, just came out like this and drilled everything.
Oh my gosh. See, that was perfect for him in the air there, just dropped into the landing.
Oh man, home team here off to a great start. Good fan support, helped them, almost willed them into this championship round.
I think so.
Kevin Chow now for Michigan. They're a contender. They are the defending national champions, and they will be in the hunt till the end. While Chow starts on horse, over on parallel bars, it's Sasha Boganuzuk, second up for the Oklahoma Sooners after Fuzzy Benas had a 13-9 to lead them off.
Michigan choosing to start on pommel horse. It's kind of an interesting take to me. Pommel horse is one of those events that is kind of compared to beam on the women's side. It's one of those events that you can really let the nerves get to you. And to start on that event, it's an interesting choice, but I guess getting it out of the way early, if you can hit 4 good routines,
And he certainly did. They're #2 in the country on pommel horse. What a start for the Michigan Wolverines, while Sasha Boganozuk stumbled a little bit in that parallel bar routine with an extra swing.
Take an up-close look here at these flared skills that he's doing, the flared travel. This actually upgrades him a 10th on each one of these travels here. So we see a big boost in his start value there.
Drake Andrews, the junior from Plano, Texas, now up for Ohio State on high bar.
Great first skill there called a talk half, getting right into the release moves. It's called a Coleman, a double backflip over the bar with a full twist.
Ohio State did an awesome job in the qualifier yesterday. They're the only team that went 24 for 24. Oh! And here they go with a mistake in the first guy. Oh.
That could be costly. I think we're seeing a little bit of the nerves.
They were perfect
play
in terms of consistency yesterday. And that's one of the main reasons why they qualified through. What happened here?
Oh my gosh, he was just a touch too far. You can see he barely got his fingertips over the bar and just wasn't enough to keep his hands on.
In these scoring, you lose a point and you continue your exercise from where you fell off. But that, as I said, with 4 up, 4 count, every fall is going to be quite costly today.
Absolutely. There's really no room for missed routines. And if you do have a miss like that, it's so important that you get back up and finish the routine strong like he's doing here, because at the end of the day, you have to count this score.
And every team is in the same boat. No one has a buffer, so all of these teams will be in it till the finish for sure. We said at the top of the show, we're going to see world-class gymnastics. Well, how about this? Fred Richard, 2-time NCAA all-around champion and defending champion. He's one of your Olympic bronze medal teammates and a world medalist in the all-around as well.
Absolutely, and he's really put in a lot of work over the years on this event, really working on his body shape here on these circles, and that was a little bit of a mistake right there, but covered it up nicely. So really good at the flare work here. We're going to see these flared full spindles done really nicely.
Just something about his gymnastics that is just electrifying. He goes hard, he goes for the big skills, and he's pretty flashy.
Absolutely. And a nice dismount.
All right.
That's a hit routine for Fred right there.
Good for him, and it needed it because Kevin Chow only had an 11.566 before him.
Take a look at these flare elements that he just did. It's really important. What the judges are looking for is in the back, you really don't want those hips to be piked at all. And he does a good job of keeping that amplitude. Take a look at the dismount. Done really nicely.
From one Olympic medalist to another for Stanford, it'll be Asher Hong on vault. He's got a spectacular vault. You think he's going to go for the big one today?
He's capable of doing a huge vault here. We'll see if he does it.
A lot of speed. Oh, nice.
And he's capable of doing a lot more than that, but that is a solid vault for Stanford right there. He's been dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury ever since the 2025 World Championships last year. Good form onto the table. You can see he just breaks open and spots that ground there. Just knows exactly where he's at. He's
a little dude, but he really launches it in the air off that vault table.
He does.
8-time NCAA champion, including on the vault. Now we go to Nebraska's Chase Mondi. Nebraska was also quite impressive in day one, qualifying into today's championship round. This is one of Mondi's best events.
Really nice start to the routine there with a double front. Good landing. And to a laid out double-double, that is such a hard skill to do.
Aronson Mansberger on pommel horse, meanwhile, for Michigan. Fred Richard had a 13.766, which is a terrific score for him. Mansberger is their fourth and final competitor, but remember they had an 11.566 for Kevin Chow. You want to score in that 13 to 14 range on pommel horse if you're going to be a contender for the team title.
Absolutely, and we can see here kind of the difference between the body types of Fred and Aronson here. Aronson is definitely what you would call more of a pommel horse guy. He's taller, lankier, a little bit skinnier, and it just alludes to those really nice lines on the horse.
That was beautiful.
And that was a phenomenal routine. Strong start for Michigan on pommels.
And we're seeing guys that literally could compete in the finals at a world championship or Olympic competition. Mansberger, the sophomore out of Carmel, Indiana, specializes in pommel horse, ranked third in the country, hits a big one when they needed it. Here's Nathan Roman now for the Sooners on parallel bars. Notice the score, Sasha Boganozuk had a 12.466, so they need to pick it up here. And not Nathan Roman is the guy who can do it because he's outstanding on parallel bars.
Absolutely. He's one of those that have really come up in the junior ranks and he's kind of just making his name known here in college.
Hassan Aidodu on rings for Illinois after Preston Nye had a 13.666. Illinois doing exactly what they did yesterday in the first event, crushing rings.
Wow, and that was some really hard strength moves to start that routine off right there. This position's called a Maltese. The judges are looking for that to be completely flat and level with the bottom of the rings there.
Oklahoma on the left of your screen got a hit from Nathan Roman. They needed that.
Nearing the end of the routine here. Can he stick it? Oh, so close.
Once again, though, the home team really impressive in that first event.
Absolutely, that was a great routine. Let's take another look at this dismount here. Great form in the air. Oh, he drops into it, just stands up a little bit too fast. Just makes him fall back a little bit.
Stanford has two scores in the 14s on vault. Asher Hong had a 14.033, Cooper Kim a 14.1. Here's Jun Iwai. That's a landing. It looked like his right foot was right on that tape. If it's on the tape, it's okay. If it's over the tape, it can be a deduction. Boy, he planted that though, huh?
Oh my gosh, you can see the way he just kind of broke out and spotted the ground there and was able to just drop into that landing.
That
just
vault starts
textbook.
at a 14.8 if he does it perfectly. That's because each vault has an individual start value associated with it, which is like a degree of difficulty. But he planted that landing, and you get an extra 1/10 of a point bonus for sticking it. All right, Illinois off to a good start on rings in that first rotation, just like yesterday. And Lauren is with their head coach, Daniel Rivero.
Coach, look around. The energy in this arena is amazing. In front of your home crowd, you get a great hit there on the first rotation. What does it mean to be here in this home arena tonight?
It means everything. That was one of the funnest rotations I've ever been a part of. The guys are doing a great job, great start, 2 big sticks, and 4 great routines to kick it off.
Resilience has been the key for your team this year. How has resilience shown up, and what is it going to take tonight?
It's been every meet. The guys have battled in and out of injuries. It's been a tough season, but we started it off yesterday, upsetting a big team, and we're hoping to do the exact same thing today.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, we're off to a great start here in the 2026 NCAA Men's Gymnastics Championships. More world-class gymnastics when we come back. Asher Hong from Stanford will be on the parallel bars. And the Oklahoma Sooners, they'll have 4 athletes on the high bar, including Fuzzy Benas, who can fly.
So coming back here, we got a little bit of a scoring debacle on this skill right here. It's called a McCulick. So you can see he just puts a little bit of pressure on that leg there, and the judges actually didn't give him credit for that skill. That's actually a fall. So he loses a lot of points in start value there. So he ended up with an 11.566.
Sure excited about this. WrestleMania 42 is tonight. And NBA round, NBA playoffs started today, and we'll have KD and the Rockets taking on LeBron and the Lakers at 8:30 Eastern Pacific on ABC and the ESPN app. Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq tip-off coverage at 8. They'll also be back at 11 Eastern to break down our game and the other Game 3-1s on the schedule. All right, as we mentioned, we're going to also keep tabs on the individual leaders. So in that first rotation, here are the athletes who competed in their respective events for their individual title accolades. And there are their scores. We will pay them off at the end of today's competition. Remember, Ohio State on the floor in this rotation. Nebraska goes to the horse. Michigan rings. Illinois vault. Stanford parallel bars. Oklahoma moves to the high bar. And you can follow every routine if you go to the ESPN Plus app and see every routine from your favorite team here at these championships. We have it covered wall to wall here on ESPN family of networks, and it's a thrill to be here with you, Brody Malone, and what a privilege to see this quality of gymnastics. This is just about as good as it gets.
Absolutely. This is truly world-class gymnastics, as we were mentioning before. We're seeing some of my former Olympic teammates and a lot of international guys who compete for their respective national teams, Theo being one of those.
On the right of your screen is Danilo Viciana. Oh no. And on the left, Theodore Roth-Galarud competing as an individual here representing Cal.
Typically really strong on this event, but on the right side of your screen, Danilo, one of those team captains for Navy. A little bit of a rough skill in the middle of that routine, but came back to stick the dismount. Looked like he was happy with that.
Galarud was the MVP in terms of team scoring for Cal last year. He's trying to sort of pace himself through to the 2028 Olympics. He represents his home country of Norway in international competition. Quite a few international athletes competing in college gymnastics. It's a great place to refine your skills, get an awesome education, and have perhaps maybe the finest competitive experience you can have in men's gymnastics.
Absolutely. You know, other countries don't have programs like this. And I mean, the NCAA program, going through it, gymnastics is a pretty individual sport, but when you get to college and go through the NCAA, it becomes a true team sport, and that's something that is really unique to us in the U.S. Gearing up for a big release move here. Oh! It's called a Coleman. That's a double backflip over the bar. Oh! With a full twist, and was barely able to hang on to it and not able to hang on to that Tkachev. Let's take another look at this here. Just wasn't able to get turned over enough to get his hands over that bar. Just missed it.
Oh, and Carney competed for Springfield here in yesterday's qualifiers. Springfield ended up 12th. Carney, the senior out of Sterling, Massachusetts, usually does 3 events for them.
Next up on floor from Ohio State, Jacob Harmon.
Over to floor on the left side of your screen. Jacob Harmon from Ohio State.
Really nice tucked double-double there. That is 2 flips and 2 twists in the air before he has to land that. Very nice connection pass down the side. So we'll see a lot of athletes tonight taking advantage of those connection passes. So when you do 2 tumbling passes and you connect them like that, bounding into the next one, it actually gives you the potential to get bonus. So, and those bonus tenths will add to your start value. So it's just a way for him to rack up those tenths. Just the dismount. Oh, Very nicely done. You just hugged the line judge there.
I've never seen
awesome.
that.
Let's take another look at this tuck double-double here. So that's 2 flips and 2 twists from the moment he takes off till he has to land that. Let's take another look at this dismount. Back double pike, perfect toes in the air, just breaks out perfectly, drops into that landing.
Yeah, I got to hug somebody. That's awesome. Ohio State, who had that fall on high bar in the first rotation, coming back strong here in floor. Didn't look like it fazed him at all.
No, it didn't. I've never seen that before.
Me neither. It's like, thanks for not raising the yellow flag on me. Wyatt Reynolds now for Nebraska on pommel horse. Nebraska in second after the first rotation. Top 3 teams, Stanford, Nebraska, and OU, separated by just 9/10 of a point coming into this second rotation. I was really impressed with Nebraska yesterday in the qualifiers, weren't you?
Oh my gosh, yeah, they had a phenomenal meet yesterday. Definitely earned their spot into this championship round.
Oh no! Stanford came into this competition ranked 4th in the country.
Let's just take a look at, he just didn't get his hand fully on top of that handle there. It just kind of slipped off.
This is a brand new team from last year, where you might remember they had Taylor Christopoulos and Yanni Chronopoulos. And so 8 freshmen. Not a lot of experience on this team, but like we said yesterday, we're so blown away by the aggressive gymnastics they were doing in the qualifier.
Strong finish there, as we mentioned before. When you have a mistake like that, it's so important to get back up and finish strong.
Talk about the legacy of these programs. Nebraska has won 8 national championships. I think the last one was back in 1994. Arun Chetri now for Stanford on parallel bars, doing a mount you're familiar with.
Yeah, the free hit mount from the single rail there, that's a really fun one to do. That's actually the one that I do. And Arun's routine is so fast here.
On the right side of your screen, Joseph Hale.
And the dismount for Arun. Pretty big hop back there. That's going to be a 3/10 deduction. A few little bobbles in that routine, but not a bad start for Stanford. Should be gearing up for the dismount here. Nice. So a little bit of an easier dismount, but that's kind of a little bit of the strategy here. Do you want to push the harder dismount and risk not sticking, or do you want to go a little bit easier so that you can kind of ensure that stick there? And that seemed like it worked out for him.
Here's Tate Costa from Illinois.
Solid vault.
Basically a 6-ring circus going on here. There's gymnastics everywhere you look in this arena. Quickly over to the high bar, Brigham Brentaway for the Sooners. Caden Clinton, meanwhile, on pommel horse on the right side of your screen as well.
Caden's job now is really to kind of just stop that bleeding. Really wants to just get up and hit a really nice routine. Kind of get that pommel horse run going again. Build some more momentum. He's doing a great job so far. You can see he's really taking advantage of those flared skills. Into the dismount. Great routine from Caden.
Good recovery there. Brentaway struggled just a bit in that routine, but got the Sooners off to a decent start. The 50-year senior out of Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Take another look at some of those flared skills that Caden was doing here. To do a full spindle like that in the flare is just so hard. He makes it look so good, keeping those legs completely open and good extension in the back there.
Clinton also excellent on the parallel bars. He's 2026 Big Ten runner-up on that event. Here's Zach Green for the Stanford Cardinal on parallel bars. Chetri led them off with a 13.633.
Showing a little bit of muscle on that first skill there.
Green is one of the 3 captains for the Stanford Cardinal.
Other than that first skill, I haven't seen many major bobbles here. Drops into that dismount. That's a great routine for Stanford.
He's known as an even-keeled, kind of talented guy, easy to talk to. Almost too happy, according to Tom Gleamy, the head coach at Stanford.
Well, he's definitely going to be happy with this routine.
Dylan Shepard will be next up on vault. Illinois had a good start on rings. Kate Costa had a 13.233. Here's Shepard. Wow.
Oh my gosh, that was... I love the celebrations.
Oh, no kidding.
Let's take a look at this. So this is called a Yurchenko style vault here. So he does basically a round off back handspring onto the table. And typically, this is a much cleaner vault than some of the other vaults we're going to see tonight, just because of the way he does this entry here. You can see his legs are kind of just glued together throughout the entire vault. That's exactly what the judges are looking for.
And textbook landing on that vault that starts at a 14.4 in terms of its start value. So expect another good score. Illinois really impressive with their landings all weekend long.
Absolutely. I think they're tapping into the home crowd energy here.
Benas now for the Sooners on high bar. Getting a lift from Valery Goncharov, the assistant coach at Oklahoma. He himself an Olympic gold medalist on parallel bars back in 2004.
This is going to be a really fun routine to watch. He's capable of doing some really high flying release moves here.
Frentaway had a 13.1 to lead them off.
First big release move here. It's called a Cassina, so that is a double layout over the bar with a full twist. Same thing there, just in a tuck position. So
on the
hard.
left side of your screen, Fred Richards prepares to mount the rings for Michigan.
Fuzzy gearing up for his dismount here. Laid out double-double.
Money.
He hangs on to the stick.
This guy's a gamer, there's no question about it. And speaking of gamers, here's Fred Richard on rings.
Fred has been working really hard on his ring strength here, and it's obviously showing. Those Maltesers were great positions. One thing that Fred's been working really hard on is his handstand position. Especially on this event. You can see it looks like it's really paying off for him here. Just dismount, and he can stick this.
Incredible.
Wow.
Here's Fred Richard, the reigning all-around champion in the NCAA. On point today. He did not compete in the all-around yesterday, but as you said at the top of the show, these guys are letting it all hang out today for the championship round.
Absolutely. That was part of the strategy for Michigan, was to rest Fred on this event, because rings can be one of the more taxing events here.
Talk about world-class gymnastics. Let's go to Asher Hong now on parallel bars. He's amazing here.
Oh my gosh, Asher is phenomenal on this event. He's actually he was a finalist at the 2023 World Championships on this event.
Two-time U.S. all-around champion as well. Won the national championship on this event a couple of years ago.
And he is known for sticking this dismount right here. There it is.
That's what it's going to take.
Wow.
Remember, high degree of difficulty, clean execution, and stick bonus. That's going to determine the champions today.
Absolutely. And I think Asher sticks that dismount 95% of the time. I rarely ever see him not stick that dismount. Let's take another look at it here. You can see this is a double front with a half twist. And you can see how he just breaks out, spots that ground, knows exactly where he's at, and that's how he's able to just put his feet right where they need to be.
Look at that intensity on his face. Zach Green before him had a 14.066. Expect a huge score for Asher Hong here in the second rotation. Remember, Stanford had the lead after the first rotation. Oklahoma was in third, top 3 teams separated by just 9/10 of a point. And here is Nico Hamilton, and he is very aggressive on this event.
Starting out with a really difficult end bar skill there, called a talk full. Into the talk half, and now he's gearing up for his release moves here. Exactly what we saw from Fuzzy right there with the Coleman into a Kovacs element now.
He's the reigning conference champion. He scored a 14-3 at the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Conference Championship. Just a junior from Grapevine, Texas.
Ooh. Didn't get the stick on that, but that was still a fantastic routine.
Oklahoma has been the #1 ranked team all season long.
Another look at his Coleman here. You can see how he just kicks out into that. He's able to get his hands on the bar.
Our final competitor on vault from Illinois, Garrett.
Now back over to vault for Illinois. It's Garrett Schooley. Their high score over there was Dylan Shepard's 14.066. Schooley is one of the most impressive vaulters in the world.
Oh my gosh, he does one of the hardest vaults in the world. Like we were saying, we really are seeing some world-class gymnastics, and this is it right here.
Oh, okay, a triple twister.
Oh my gosh, I cannot express how hard that vault is. I've been working that since I was probably 16 years old, and I've never been able to compete it.
Starts at a 15.2 start value because of the high degree of difficulty. David Shama now after Asher Hong had a 14.4 for Stanford.
Solid routine there. David in that anchor spot.
So 4 really impressive routines for Stanford on parallel bars.
Take another look at David's dismount here. Really high double front. You see he just breaks out to sink into that landing, but just should have held on to it just a hair longer. Had to take a small hop backwards. Not a big deal, probably a 1/10 deduction.
In some ways, Stanford has an advantage here in terms of difficulty, and that's kind of a Stanford tradition. They have about 2.5 points in start value over the other teams in this competition, but it's really going to come down to execution here today because most of the teams are evenly matched.
Oh, see a really interesting skill there.
Kelton Christensen from the Sooners.
We will not see a lot of those today. It's called a laid out Jaeger.
Ooh.
Oh, and that was a beautiful connection there. So he actually gets a 10th bonus that will be added to his start value because he connected those 2 skills together. We'll see another one of those, that first release that he did, but that one was piked.
Here's a guy who didn't compete yesterday because they're resting him. He has torn labrums in both of his hips, needs surgery after the season is over. And the senior from Arvada, Colorado, delivered. Oh!
Wow.
What an emotional moment for this guy. His career will be coming to an end likely. And he got the call here in the championship round and just nailed it.
Oh my gosh. That was a phenomenal routine. Let's take another look at this release move here. So this is called a Jaeger. This is the first one he did. He does it in a laid out position. You can see how close his toes got to the bar right there. Those skills are so technical. And into the dismount. Just drops right into it.
They saved him through the qualifying session, and he delivered big here in the championship round. for Michigan, Akshay Puri, after Fred Richard had their high score, a 13-9-3-3. Michigan was in 5th after the first of 6 rotations.
Really nice positions here. Completely level with the bottom of the rings. That's what the judges are looking for. Goes on to the swinging element of this routine. And here comes a dismount. Very nicely done there. So that's similar to what Fred did, but with one less twist. He's really happy with that routine.
Oh, everybody's excited here, including us, because guess what? In addition to great gymnastics, WrestleMania 42 is coming tonight and tomorrow in Las Vegas, highlighted by WWE's biggest stars. Stream it on the ESPN app using the ESPN Unlimited plan. Sign up or log in with your TV provider to unlock your access. Looks like that dude should head on out to Las Vegas, man, to get in on the WWE. All the teams are well represented here with fan support in Champaign, Illinois. The culmination of a great season of college gymnastics, and of course, this is the big one for the championship trophy.
Gymnasts, this concludes your 2nd rotation. Please march to your next event. For the next rotation, Oklahoma will be on the floor.
All right, stay with us, folks. More exciting gymnastics coming up. We're going to move to the 3rd rotation, including people like Fred Richard on the vault. He is very explosive there. And Cooper Kim, one of the cleanest gymnasts I've ever seen, will be up on high bar for Stanford in that next rotation. Don't go away. Welcome back to Champaign, Illinois. After 2 of 6 rotations, the Stanford Cardinal still has the lead. Oklahoma has moved into 2nd, and Nebraska currently in 3rd. Nebraska fans are here in full force, and it's been a very emotional year for the Cornhuskers. For more, let's go down to Lauren.
Yeah, Nebraska is certainly competing for more than just scores tonight, honoring the late Jim Hartung, who passed away earlier this year. Someone that has been part of this program for nearly 2 decades, an Olympian, a national champion, someone who has shaped generations of Nebraska gymnasts. And for this team, it's not about just competing, it's about carrying on what he built. And in moments like this, you realize this sport is more than just gymnastics. It's about people. It's about legacy, and tonight, Nebraska is competing for him.
Jimmy Hartung, of course, was one of my 1984 Olympic gold medal teammates, and a rival for many years, and a gentleman who became a very dear friend. It's a big loss for the gymnastics community. A legend in the sport and a great human being gone. But the whole team has been dedicating this year to Jimmy Hartung. They break every huddle with a 1, 2, 3 Hartung cheer. It's pretty powerful.
Awesome.
Asher Cohen will be up on the rings for Nebraska in this rotation. Asher, one of the best ringmen in the country. And as a matter of fact, the last time Nebraska won the NCAA title on the rings, it was back in 1982. And that winner, gold medalist, was James Hartung. So it'd be quite sweet if Asher could come through with a great performance tonight in this rotation. We move to floor with Oklahoma, Ohio State on the horse, Nebraska, as we said, on the rings. Michigan goes to the vault. Illinois on parallel bars, and Stanford on the high-flying high bar. Top 3 teams are within 4 points. Stanford, Oklahoma, Nebraska. Michigan will be on vault in this rotation. And as we've noted before, vault is one of the high-scoring events. So Michigan currently in 5th place, but they're moving to an event where they could really move back up into the rankings if they can hit. Here's Matteo Bardana competing as an individual for Cal on floor. Matthew Petros on parallel bars as well on the right side of your screen.
Really great routine going so far from Mateo here on the left side. Moving into his non-acrobatic element group here. It's called a wide arm press. The nose is actually supposed to be about 2 inches above the floor on that, so that's what the judges are looking for there.
Just a quick reminder that these athletes, they didn't make it through with a complete team from yesterday's qualification round, but they are here competing for individual accolades. So there's essentially a competition going on within a competition, because we'll crown not only team champions tonight, but individual champions on each of the 6 events, as well as the all-around champion.
And now on the horizontal bar from Simpson, Paul.
Nathan Underhill will be on rings now, competing for Cal.
Now on rings for California, Nathan Underhill.
It can be kind of challenging too when your team doesn't qualify for the team competition, but you have all these individual athletes who are competing. These coaches are spread kind of thin. You just saw his teammate competing on floor. He has to have a coach over there. And now we have over here on rings, he has to have a coach lifting him. So I feel like the coaches are kind of just playing a game of scramble here, running all over the place, making sure that all their athletes are taken care of.
Donathan Bailey and Carl Zeen are coaching Cal here this weekend. Their head coach, Brian Del Castillo, is home with his wife, who is due April 23rd with their first child. So he made the right choice to be home with Mama.
I think so.
And send his really qualified assistant coaches here to help these athletes in this individual competition. Ohio State goes to the pommel horse. Christian Grachowski is competing not only for his team in this event, but also as an all-arounder. So he's a contender. He's doing all 6 for the Buckeyes here. Kellen Ryan.
Next up on the parallel bars from Penn State.
Penn State on parallel bars on the left of your screen.
Really important lead-off routine here for Ohio State. Ohio State yesterday had one of the best meets of the season. They hit 24 for 24 routine, so a 100% hit rate. Saw a little bit of a bobble on high bar, so they won't have that 100% hit rate today. But pommel horse is one of those events that need to be really strong if they want to stay in contention for a team title.
That's right, and they have a lot of seniority here. 3 seniors in the lineup, and this is really one of their best events. They're number 3 in the country in terms of their national qualifying average coming in here.
Take another look here at these flared travels. See in the back, he keeps those hips really open there, and that's what the judges are looking for.
Landon Simpson now for Penn State on the vault.
On the rings from Springfield, Jacob Soderquist.
Oh, very nice vault.
One of the team captains. He's stepped up as a team leader this year, and Randy Jepson said he's just one of our go-to guys.
See here, this is a very nice vault. Great form in the air. See how he's kind of looking behind his back there. So he's spotting that ground, so he knows exactly where to put his feet. So he can hopefully stick that just a little bit over-rotated, so a small hop forward, but that's a great vault.
Junior from Bellefonte, Pennsylvania, Landon Simpson. Brigham Frentherway for the Sooners now on floor.
Really nice opening tumbling pass there. Really difficult.
Coming into this 3rd rotation, Stanford team leader, Oklahoma 2.9 behind them.
Young Montgomery for Ohio State, Chase Hashimoto.
Very nice back double layout there. He's really minimizing his deductions here on these landings. He's doing a really good job. Be gearing up for his dismount now. Taking those last few breaths. Very nicely done. Just a small hop backwards. That is a great leadoff routine for Oklahoma.
Oklahoma has won 12 NCAA titles.
Here's that first pass again. It's a double layout with a full twist. And let's take a look at his dismount here. This is a back double pike. You see great form in the air. You see he just breaks open. So prepared for that landing. Almost had the stick there.
9 of those 12 coaching titles came under the leadership of Mark Williams. You saw him there on the screen. Their last championship was back in 2018.
Oh!
Looked like the stuck landing almost surprised him.
That was a fantastic vault. Let's take another look here.
They twisted it all the way into the ground, didn't he?
I'm interested to see if his foot actually went out of bounds here. So look at that right line. Oh, it may have. So if the athletes step out of bounds on the outside of that far line with 1 foot, that's a 1/10 neutral deduction on top of the deductions that they're already getting from the step. But if they step out with both feet, then that's a 3/10 neutral deduction.
Next up on floor from Oklahoma,
Sasha Boganusuk, the freshman for the Sooners. Superb in this event, 4th in the NCAA in terms of his scoring average. He has been a big addition to the Oklahoma Sooners, who graduated several of their stars last year.
Huge open and tumbling pass there. So I mentioned before, when you connect tumbling passes like that, you get bonus points. That one actually gets 2/10 of bonus because of how difficult it is.
Boganosuk, the freshman from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. His father, Evgeny, was a member of the Ukrainian Olympic team in 2004.
This has been a great routine so far. That big step back was the biggest mistake that he's made. This is going really well for him.
Keep in mind, there's 6 events going on here. You can go to the ESPN Plus app and watch every single routine of your favorite team. So we're covering it all, wall to wall here at these championships.
Let's take another look at this first pass here. So this is a front double twist, and then he punches out into a double front.
So hard. And you get extra bonus points for connecting those 2 very difficult skills, which are already hard enough individually.
Next up on ball from Michigan.
It makes it look so easy.
Brad Richard now to the ball. Solon Chiotti led off the Wolverines with a 13-8. They are the reigning NCAA team champions. They arrested this gentleman yesterday, didn't do the all-around, but he's going for it all today.
And that's a great vault from Fred. Let's take another look at this here. So you can see he was a little bit kind of around the side there. That's something that the judges will take note of, but not a huge deal. Just a small hop to the side there, getting back to the center. It's going to be a good score for Fred.
Michigan's, oh, there's Carl Richard, Fred's father. He can't hardly stay in his seat, can he? I don't blame him. I'm a parent, I get it. It's torture for parents to sit in the stands and watch their children out there doing this crazy sport. How about that?
My dad does laps around the arena when he watches me compete.
Cooper Kim on high bar for Stanford on the right.
Oh, and a really cool connection there for Cooper.
Fuzzy Benas for the Sooners on the left, on floor.
Cooper gearing up for a big release move here. Wow. What's interesting for Cooper is he does that release move so late in his routine, right before his dismount.
That's unusual.
Very unusual, but he makes it look so easy.
Yeah, usually they do the really most difficult releases right off the bat.
Now by pommels for Ohio State.
Bogonosuk had a 13-2 after Frentaway a 13-4. Here is Benas for the Sooners, currently in second. Nice. Well, he has a knack for those landings, doesn't he?
Absolutely. His air sense is just incredible. He knows exactly where he's at every second when he's flipping like that.
Meanwhile, on pommel horse, it's Parker Thaxton. This is a great event for Ohio State. They only have one score, however, that's over 14.
That's going to be a big mistake there. It's going to be similar to what we saw from Michigan. I don't believe he's going to get credit for that. He's doing some really intricate single pommel work here. You can see he's had that mistake, but he's really hanging on to the rest of the routine, not giving the judges any room to take extra deductions here.
Certainly affect his chance to place high as an individual as well on pommel horse, where he specializes. On the left of your screen, it's Sam Phillips, who has been just an emotional leader for Illinois. Gutsy performer yesterday. We'll talk more about that a little bit later.
And Sam is just so good on this event. He's world class on those peach basket skills that we saw earlier. His technique is just phenomenal. End of the dismount. Great routine for Sam.
Landon Blixt. Next vaulter for Michigan.
See another Yurchenko entry.
Oh! Did you see the technique?
Oh my gosh.
His explosion off the vault table. The block was just picture perfect.
Oh my gosh. You can see just how much amplitude he's getting off of that table.
Wow.
Breaks out. Oh, his foot was definitely over the line there, so that'll be a 1/10 neutral deduction.
They already have two 13-8s over there from Chiodi and Fred Richard. June Ey now for Stanford on high bar. Cooper Kim before him had a 14.0.
June is capable of doing some really great release moves here. We'll see it starting right now. Wow. And another one.
Little close.
Little close on that one. He's definitely going to get some deductions for swinging out of that with bent elbows, but that's really been the only issue so far. This is a great routine. Can he stick it? Just a hop backwards.
June, just a freshman. His father, Nori, was a member of the Japanese national team. He coached at Oklahoma for a while, and now he coaches at Texas Dreams.
Let's take a look here at
Dallas
that
area.
first release move called the Casina.
For those who follow women's gymnastics, you might remember that his sister Momo competed for the University of Denver. Stanford are leaders. Stanford has the luxury. They do such difficult routines. If they can be clean, they're hard to beat.
Absolutely.
Here's the story as we set up at the top of this segment. Here's Asher Cohen, a contender for a title here on rings, helping his Nebraska Cornhuskers, but also individual title contender as well. Max Auden before him at 12.966. And over on parallel bars for Illinois, it is Dylan Shepard coming after Sam Phillips had their high score over there, 13.5. Huge moment for Asher Cohen, the Big Ten rings champion for Nebraska, on the right of your screen.
Wow, and starting off with such a hard skill called Nazarian to a Maltese. You can see the way he just locks those positions in. So each of these strength positions you have to hold for a minimum of 2 seconds, and that timer doesn't start until your body stops moving.
He is just the prototypical ring man. He's shorter, enormously strong. Look at the toe point. It's just like his line's like a pencil.
Here's the dismount.
Yeah! Oh! How about that?
Wow.
Could it be another national title?
That was a phenomenal routine.
Asher Cohen.
Take a look at Dylan Shepard here with that really interesting dismount. But back to Asher. This tuck double-double just drops right into it.
Such good form in the air.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wouldn't that be a sweet moment if, in memory of Jimmy Hartung, Asher Cohen could earn Nebraska's national title there. Zach Green now on high bar.
Zach was one of those kids who's kind of been at Stanford forever. He was a part of the Stanford boys gymnastics club team. So whenever I was there, I'd always see him coming in as I was leaving practice. It was fun to kind of watch him grow up in the sport. He's doing a really great routine here.
One of the 3 team captains for the Cardinal. And the triple. Oh! Both of his parents and his sister competed for the Bay Area rival across California Golden Bears. I can't imagine saying, hey, Mom and Dad, I'm going to Stanford. Are you good with that?
Another look at this dismount. Just breaks out a little bit too early there. Maybe thought he was a bit higher than he was.
Remember, coming into this rotation, it was Stanford in the lead, but Michigan is pouring it on vault, and here comes the remarkable Charlie Larson, 3rd in the NCAA based on his scoring average.
Another Yurchenko style.
Oh, so nice.
Such good form in the air on that.
Landon Blix before him had a 14.366. 2 gigantic vaults at the end of that rotation for Michigan. That will serve them well in the team competition, without a doubt. Our ESPN Stanley Cup Playoffs first round coverage continues tomorrow night. The Bruins Sabres series starts at 7:30 Eastern, followed by Game 1 between the Mammoth and Golden Knights. Michigan fans expecting a big score, and it's in for Charlie Larson. It's a 14.266. So this meet now is hit the halfway point. We're seeing high-flying and daredevil-like gymnastics, and we'll talk a little bit more about this heroic effort from Sam Phillips in Illinois, and we'll see Luke James from Nebraska when we come back. Rotation 4 coming up. Hey, let's go to Lauren Sisler, who's with Fred's parents.
Hanging out with 2 of the most spirited fans here today, Carl and Anne-Marie. It is so wonderful to be here with you all, watching your energy, bringing that here. What has it been like watching your son's journey as he lives out his dreams?
Well, Fred is a special athlete, and my support in supporting Fred is the best thing we can do, because he's trying to grow the sports right now, and that's the only way to get more the kids like him to be more interested in the sports. And the goal, we pretty much just started. There's a long way to go, and we're going to continue working hard.
And Carl talks about Fred being one of the biggest stars in the sport and how he's really grown men's gymnastics. How have you seen him manage the pressures of the sport but bringing prominence to this big stage?
Yeah, this has always been a goal for Fred. It's way beyond the medals. Of course, he wants to win medals, but beyond that, Fred wants to grow the sport of gymnastics, and he's done it with leadership, with grace. When he's on the floor, he's thinking not only of himself, but of his team and all the young boys that are looking at him and are looking to see someone like them in the sport. And so he's always been thinking, and even when he speaks, he says, you know, I want other young boys to see me doing this. I want them to see themselves in the sport. And he's been imploring parents and everyone to encourage their children, their sons and daughters, their nephews, bring them into the sport, because we want more folks in the sport. And so I think this is a big thing for Fred.
And Mom, when did you realize gymnastics was going to be special for Fred?
Very early. Fred was flipping in his crib. You've probably seen those pictures. But I would say probably at about 5, 6. Fred was about 6 when he got on his first team and started competing. And at that point, you could already see that he was very talented. He had that natural talent, right? And the passion to go with it. Fred did not want to do anything but gymnastics. We tried to put him in other sports. My husband here played lacrosse and soccer, and we wanted him to try other sports. He just wanted gymnastics. He fell in love with it from the beginning, and he's just taken that and ran with it.
Carl and Anne-Marie, Fred Richard cheering him on. I know he's happy to have these two voices in the stands. You guys have been amazing. Enjoy the journey, and hopefully we'll see him on that all-around podium tonight as well as the team.
Frederick flips. Go Frederick flips.
Frederick
Yeah,
flips.
go Fred.
Yes, thank you, Lauren and Carl and Anne-Marie. Well done. Okay, you see the apparatus that each team is competing on in this rotation. Before we get to the meat of the team competition, a reminder once again, several athletes competing here whose team didn't qualify as a full team. They're competing as individuals for individual All-American accolades and titles as well. That includes Danilo Viciana. You were talking about him a little bit earlier.
Yeah, Danilo is one of those athletes. Him and I went to the same club gym growing up, so I actually got to kind of watch him grow up in the sport. And it's been so fun to watch him as he's gone on to the Naval Academy and is now a team captain there, just kind of growing into that leadership position. And he's just naturally gifted on this event here. He has some of the best air sense that I've ever seen. You see it right there. That's a really strong routine for Danilo.
Shout out to all of the athletes who are competing here. Not only are they great student athletes, but of course they're already career-oriented and representing the United States with their service, and we have enormous respect for these athletes because in addition to trying to train and go to school, they have enormous responsibilities at the academies, and how they manage all that is pretty impressive.
Oh my gosh, yeah, taking a look at their schedule from talking to their coaches, it's just crazy the amount of things that they have to do in a day. A great vault there on the left side of your screen.
That was Jackson Clapper.
Stay with it.
Blaise Rousseau on rings here for Springfield.
On the horizontal bar for Penn State, Okseli Karsikas. Next up on floor from Navy, Ryan
Okseli Karsikas competing as an individual boy. Penn State was in the running and had a shot at a spot in this team final, but it came down to high bar, and things did not go well, did they?
No, they did not, but so far it's going well here.
Well, you're not holding back, I tell you that. He's really slinging them out there. Had a couple of falls which knocked them out of potential for this team championship as a full team today.
This has been a great routine. Can you put a cap on it?
Oh. Randy Jepson, you see the head coach there under the bar, 35 years, doing a legendary job at one of the great programs. 12 times they've won the NCAA team title, the last back in 2004. Christian Grauchowski from Ohio State. As we now move on to the team portion of rotation 4.
For Penn State, Brandon Simpson. Now on rings from Ohio State, Christian Grahowski.
Very nice backup rise into the iron cross there. It's kind of the iconic skill in gymnastics. You know, when I tell someone that I'm a gymnast, it's usually the first thing they ask me is, can you do an iron cross?
Yeah.
And then the second thing they ask me is, do you do beam?
That's funny. An iron cross is not easy, but I'm afraid it's probably easier than the beam.
Yeah. I'll stick to the iron cross, I think.
What's your answer? A yes and an adamant no?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the iron cross. This is a move that is just sort of synonymous with the sport. And when you have long levers, like a guy who's pretty tall, it's physically more difficult than a guy who's more compact.
Oh, yeah, as we were talking about earlier when we were watching Asher, he has more of the typical ringman's build.
Right.
He's short, stocky, really strong. So the longer your limbs get and the taller you get, the harder it is to do those strength moves on rings.
It's just a matter of physics. There's nothing else to it. A friend of mine asked me one time, are there any good tall gymnasts? And I said, well, no, not many, because it's physically really hard. Most of the gymnasts are in that, you know, sort of 5'6", maybe 5'4" to 5'8" range and 160 pounds. But here's Ignacio Yakers, who is just built for pommel horse, and he's just been superb at this his whole career.
Yeah, and you can see here, he definitely has more of that pommel horse build. Really nice open circle here. Just the dismount. Really good routine for Ignacio.
And Nick Kubler for Stanford on floor.
Nick is very good at this event here. He excels in sticks right there, as you can see.
Stanford at the halfway point in this competition, the team leaders, 3.59 ahead of Michigan, who's in second. Oklahoma's in third. It's important to note Stanford and Michigan have both done vault, which is one of the high-scoring events. Oklahoma has not been there yet. So Oklahoma will finish on the vault, but in this particular rotation, they're on the pommel horse.
Just a dismount here.
Wow.
Oh, not the dismount.
How did he open up on
my gosh.
high double?
And now the dismount. Oh, and a stick.
Kubler gets the bonus for the stick landing. He's just a gifted tumbler.
He is.
He's quick twitch muscle fiber, gets off the floor so well. Look at that.
Oh my gosh. Wow, just drops into that. He works so hard in the gym on these sticks. He was one of my teammates when I was at Stanford, and I can't tell you the hours that I've seen him work on doing this right here.
Nathan York now for Nebraska. This is the #1 team in the country on the vault based on their scoring averages throughout the year in Nebraska. Very explosive here.
That was a great vault right there. I believe he stepped out with 1 foot. Let's see if we can see here if he got out with both feet. Great. Oh, I think he stayed inside there. So he saved 2/10 by keeping that other foot inside the lines.
Max Seiler on pommel horse now for the Sooners. Yakers led them off with a 13.866.
Little bit of a bobble there. You can see I'm really impressed with his swing. I mean, just seeing how strong he is. Typically guys like that don't have a great pommel horse swing, but he does really well.
He's a legacy athlete for the Oklahoma Sooners. I saw his father the other day, a former OU gymnast. Here he's in the crowd cheering on Mac, who's now a redshirt junior out of Flower Mound, Texas.
See right there, that little leg split. Judges are definitely going to take note of that.
Here's the thing today, though. You can afford a little leg split here and there, right? You got to really avoid the major errors. And a fall could be catastrophic, as we've seen. So a little form breaker here or there. Here's Wolfgang now for Michigan.
This is a strong event for Michigan. Very nice. Front straddled, 1 1/4.
Carson Eschliman led them off with a 13.266. Wow, that was nice.
That skill that he just did there, named after a really famous U.S. gymnast, Raj Bhavsar.
Oh, no.
That's a big mistake.
Shocking. He had that easily.
Oh my gosh, he just broke out a little bit too early. Let's take another look at that. Just broke out there. Oh, and put his hands down. That is a fall. That will be a 1-point deduction on that routine.
Wow. And it looked like he had it effortlessly, just totally misjudged the landing.
Wow.
Tyler Flores for the Sooners now. Max Seiler had a 12.7. Pommel horse is one of those events that if you can score in the 13s, that's, you know, anywhere between about 13 and 14.5 is really good.
Absolutely.
Pommel horse. Meanwhile, the team that's leading this competition, Stanford's on floor, and here's Cooper Kim on the left side of your screen. He's the conference champion here.
Very nice opening tumbling pass. That was a front flip with 2.5 twists. Oh my gosh.
I was so impressed with Cooper Kim's execution.
His form is just so well. So one of the things that the judges are looking for here, they're not just taking deductions on the landings. They're looking at every part of the skill. So from the moment you take off, they're looking, okay, were your toes pointed in the air? Were your knees straight where they were supposed to be? Were you prepared for the landing? Did you spot the ground? Those are all potential deductions that the judges have to look for. It's not just about the landings.
We talked a little bit about this yesterday, that judges are also requiring gymnasts to do more interesting, creative transition skills in the corners.
Yeah, that was a new rule starting at the beginning of this year. Each transition before the next pass has to be completely different.
Wow, Cooper Kim, he'll get the bonus for that stick as well. On the right side of your screen now for Michigan, Solon Chiotti.
Solon's job here now is to stop the bleeding.
12.833 was the score for Wolfgang after that mishap on the dismount. Really an uncharacteristic mistake for the Wolverines. They are the reigning team champions.
Oh, that was a little off there, but he saved it really nicely. Really needs to just have a clean, well-executed routine here to get the team back on track. He's doing a great job so far. Let's see if he can hit this dismount. Very nicely done.
Those of you who remember watching this competition last year will remember that Stanford were going for their 6th straight national title. And Michigan just put on a show at home in front of their home crowd to upset them. But today, Stanford is just looking picture perfect.
Oh my gosh, you see how he breaks out of that landing? Just drops right into it. That is textbook.
My last tumbling pass, I barely cleared my head. He just kicked out. My goodness. Preston Nye on high bar now for Illinois. Their first 2 scores are 13.233 and 13.266. Not bad. High bar is another one of those events it's really hard to get into the 14s on. Oh!
Oh, no. See, he's staying on the ground there. So when you fall off of an event like this, you get 30 seconds to remount the equipment, but that time doesn't start until the gymnast gets up.
Yeah, that's obviously for safety reasons.
Let's take another look at this, see what happened. Watch his hands here. Just didn't quite get his hand, that first hand on the bar the way it should have been.
Okay, so it looks like he's okay. He'll continue his exercise. He'll lose a point for the fall, and this is a tight team competition. Illinois was in 5th after 3 rotations. They can't afford many misses here. June Ey for Stanford on floor.
Wow. Huge opening tumbling pass there.
Cooper Kim before him had a 14.466, deservedly so.
A great finish for Preston on high bar. June is just having a great routine here. This is part of his non-acrobatic element. Each athlete is required to perform what's called a non-acrobatic element, which is basically just something where you're not doing flips and twists in the air. It can be anything from a handstand to what we just saw June do there with those flared skills.
While EY finishes on floor on the right side of your screen, it's Fred Richard for Michigan on parallel. They had that uncharacteristic mistake for Wolfgang, only a 12.8, but 13.5 for Chiotti after that.
Wow, and Fred's really great on this event. You can see,
he doesn't hold back at all.
He does not. That was
a
really hard skill called a bell that I don't believe we saw him do yesterday on this event. So kind of playing that strategy like we were talking about earlier, watering down the routines, maybe not showing his full difficulty, but today he's putting it all out there.
That's a luxury that the best teams can have. They can cruise through to the championship and then throw it all on the line.
That was
like that.
That was
Money.
big for Michigan.
Dad Carl says, "Yep, that's my boy." Wow. That's what they needed, and the stick bonus as well.
Let's take a look at this skill here. So he's doing a double backflip, swinging through the bottom into a double backflip, and then catching the bar on his upper arms there. I can't tell you how bad that hurts.
It's good to have enormous biceps in that case.
It helps.
This dude is jacked. Come on. Wow, okay, so talk about drama. Yesterday we saw Sam Phillips take one on the chin for the team. He hit the high bar and had 3 stitches underneath his chin. He's coming now after Preston Nye had a fall, so enormous pressure once again on Sam Phillips, and he does not hold back either.
Absolutely, he does some high flying release moves, and we'll see that starting right here. Oh yeah, that is a new skill, or not a new skill, but a skill that
Okay, here's the combination.
The FIG upgraded to encourage people to do, and he's definitely taking advantage of that.
Here's the combination that got him in trouble yesterday. Changing it.
Missed that a little bit, but there it is.
Oh, well done. He had connected those 3 skills together yesterday, but chose not to today. Probably a smart move. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. Coming back from taking one on the chin yesterday.
Oh, man.
To delivering a huge routine for Illinois.
Here's a guy got 3 stitches yesterday. Took one, saw it to slug on the chin.
Let's go!
The bandage you can see on the bottom of his chin got hit so hard by that steel bar, and it didn't cause him any trepidation today at all, did it?
Oh my gosh, so here we go. We'll see. He catches a little close there, but he's able to catch with pressure and push his body away from the bar.
And this is where he caught the bar with his chin yesterday, but today, perfect. Man, I think I had to be a little gun shy if I got a mouthful of steel the day before. Oh, how about that? And a moment ago for the Oklahoma Sooners, Colby Aranda. Tyler Flores had a 13.433. This is the anchor competitor for the Sooners on an event that they've been quite good at this year. #1 in the country here.
See that he is definitely what we would consider a pommel horse guy. The tall, skinny, long limbs here bodes well for his extension in his circles, and that's a great routine for Oklahoma.
Yeah, the
Sooners
Sooners
pumped.
Keep the momentum rolling there on pommel horse with Colby Aranda, the redshirt freshman. All right, the head coach of Stanford is with our Lauren Sisler right now.
Coach Gleamy, 4 events down, 2 to go. You got pommel horse and rings. What needs to happen here to secure that national championship?
I think we just need to keep doing what we're doing, which is be consistent, just no major breaks, and get after it.
What has prepared your team for this moment?
Well, in the gym, we practice for this. We're all about high performance and reaching our goals. We don't care about the other teams. We care about doing what we're capable of doing.
Thank you so much, Coach. Tom, always so calm, isn't he?
I don't know. We asked Brody Malone about that. Is he always so calm?
He's pretty calm in competitions.
Okay. All right, Stanford has the lead. Nebraska, after that outstanding vault rotation, has moved into second. This is getting tighter and tighter, rotation by rotation. Asher Hong for Stanford will be on the horse in rotation 5, and on the high bar we're going to see the spectacular Fred Richard doing it for the Michigan Wolverines. Don't go away. Rotation 5 coming up. We're back here in Champaign, Illinois, the best of the best in college gymnastics. And they're laying it all on the line here for this championship tonight. Stanford has had the lead wire to wire. Nebraska, after that outstanding rotation on vault, is in second. Michigan third, Oklahoma fourth. And in this rotation, we're going to see Michigan on the high bar, and that features, of course, the electrifying Fred Richard. Reminder, there's not just team competition going on, but there are titles at stake for all-around and individual events. Fred Richard, in addition to leading his team, is right now also the leader in the all-around. You see the other scores there, the leaders on each individual event. A couple of Sooners, a couple of Stanford Cardinal, and Aaron Mansberger, currently the leader on pommel horse. There's Sam Phillips talking to Donnie Osborne, one of the coaches at Illinois. Phillips, as we saw earlier, just gave us a gut-wrenching performance yesterday to help his team secure a spot in the finals. Remember, you can follow every routine from your favorite team if you go to ESPN+. In this rotation, we'll see Illinois on the floor, Stanford on horse, Oklahoma will be on the rings, Ohio State goes to the vault, Nebraska parallel bars, and Michigan on the high bar. There was a change, by the way, in the score for Sam Phillips on the high bar. It went from a 13.7 to a 14.0, 3 additional tenths after an inquiry posed by the coaches, and the score was adjusted by the judges. I think we knew coming in here that Stanford, it's been a kind of a tradition. They kind of coast through the regular season, and then when it comes to nationals, they coast through the first day, but it's all on the floor for the final day. And we're really seeing that with the Stanford Cardinal. Their best guys are on the floor, and they're doing their most difficult gymnastics.
Absolutely. Tom does a great job of allowing guys to get experience throughout the regular season, and even into the postseason as well. But day 2, finals here, they put it all out on the line, and we're seeing that tonight.
Jack Matlock now competing as an individual on pommel horse.
Really great extension here. So what the judges are looking for is they want your hips to be completely flat throughout every circle that you're doing here. He is not giving them anything to take. Just a dismount.
Oh!
Little bit of a struggle there at the end, but not a lot for the judges to take. He's happy with that routine.
And mostly relieved, it appears. He gets congratulations from Patty Hoops there, who was the world bronze medalist on the pommel horse this last year at Jakarta, Indonesia. There's a brotherhood among those pommel horse guys, isn't there?
There is.
They kind of hang together, don't they?
They do. They kind of do their own thing sometimes.
Yeah, it's like a field goal kicker in football. They're over there in the corner doing their own thing. Mateo Bardana now. For Cal on the rings.
Next up on ball from California, Jasper Smith-Gordon.
Really nice strength work here.
On the horizontal bar for Army, Cash Johnson.
Into the swinging work of the routine. That is a big part of the rings routine. It's not all about the strength. You still have to show those swinging skills to fulfill that element group requirement. Very nice dismount there.
Mateo Bardana. He's from Ontario, Canada. Didn't compete as much as he normally would this year, partly due to injuries. Looks like there's a hold-in competition here a moment ago. Jackson Clapper competing on the parallel bars for Greenville. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
Ooh.
no.
Oh.
Oh, no. Looks like he's responsive.
Wow. It just takes your breath away when you think the hard work these guys put in, and just a little bit off and leads to a scary fall. We're sending him our best wishes. We'll take a break for a minute and we'll come back. We're back in Champaign, Illinois, Ohio State on the vault in this 5th of 6 rotations. Ohio State currently in 6th place in the team battle. However, as we've noted a couple of times, vault is a high-scoring event, so this is an opportunity for them to work their way back up in the standings if it's possible. In this rotation, we have Stanford on the pommel horse, Nebraska on parallel bars, Michigan on the high bar. Oklahoma's going to be on the rings. Illinois will be on the floor. That's what brings us to Tate Costa. In a minute. Just before the break, Jackson Clapper from Greenville took a nasty fall. He's being tended to. We'll hope to get some information about his status as soon as we get that from the officials. Stanford continuing the competition now. Here on pommel horse is Arun Chetri, as Costa performs for Illinois on the floor. Currently Stanford in the lead, Illinois in 5th.
Stanford's been having a great meet so far, but pommel horse is one of those events that can be a make or break in a championship final like this. So Arun just needs to get up here and start strong for the team with a hit routine, and he does. And a stick for Tate on floor.
Meanwhile, Michigan in third in the team battle. Up on the high bar. That brings up Pierce Wolfgang. We saw him struggle just a little bit in the last rotation on parallel bars.
Similar to pommel horse, high bar can be one of those events that's a little bit on the riskier side because you're letting go of the bar so many times. So they really need a strong high bar run here, and that right there was a really cool sequence of skills that he just did. Not a lot of people do that.
Not only does he do a triple, which is basically almost impossible, he sticks the thing. Oh, yes.
Wow, that is big for Michigan. So we were talking about how you get the stick bonus if you stick something. So just to kind of put it in perspective, if these athletes, they don't stick, say they take a 3/10 hop. So a 3/10 hop versus sticking like he just did, that's a 4/10 swing on every single dismount. So that is huge for the team.
We promised an update on Jackson Clapper from Greenville. We saw him take a brutal fall off of parallel bars. He's being tended to now, and looks like he is making his way to the training room. Let's bring in Lauren Sisler.
Jackson just making his way through the tunnel, raising his right arm as fans clapped as he went through. Certainly in a lot of pain there. They were giving him an injection to help with the shock with his left arm in that splint. Zach Peters there, his coach, attending to him. And now, as you see on the P-bars, they're actually giving each gymnast a 10-second touch just to get them reacclimated and warmed up, and they're about to start now.
Thank you, Lauren. Nothing but best wishes for Jackson Clapper going forward. We hope he's going to be okay.
Oh, a little bit of a bobble there for Marcus. Settling back into the routine.
For Stanford on pommel horse. Landon Blix, we saw him drill a vault a minute ago.
Oh, a little bit of a mistake there. So he was supposed to do a turn on that dismount. So he's gonna lose a little bit of difficulty. So his start value will be anywhere from 3 to 4/10 lower.
And this is important because the top three are separated by just 6/10 of a point right now. So every 10th is going to matter as we come down to these championship final rotations. We're in the 5th of 6 rotations.
Very nice connection there from that in-bar skill called a talk half into a ginger.
Pierce Wolfgang before him had a 13.433, sticking that triple back.
Can Landon stick it? Oh, so close.
Max Seiler up for the Sooners on rings. Brigham Brentaway led off Oklahoma with a 13.4 there.
Wow, really great position there on that Maltese. So the judges are looking for that, the body to be just level with the bottom of the rings there.
Anyone who can score 14 or better on rings is pretty world class, and he's scored 14 plus in 5 of 6 meets this year.
Very nice routine there. Now, it's not often we see a guy compete on pommel horse and rings,
True.
especially to that level on both events.
Yeah, absolutely. He's built more like a ring guy. You can see that short levers and enormous strength. And yet he still excels on pommel horse as well. It's congratulations from head coach Mark Williams. 27 years as a head coach at Oklahoma. This is his 38th year coaching. They lost 8 routines from their team last year, but still a contender today.
Speaking of ring guys versus pommel horse guys, Asher Hong here on the pommel horse.
Good point.
He is definitely more of a rings body type, but he has been known to be able to swing horse.
For him, Landon Blix, this is Carson Eschleman for Michigan on high bar. Landon Blix had a 13-0.
Asher having a great routine here, just the dismount. Great work. Stanford needed that.
They did, because Marcus Katarinen before him had a 12-4-6-6 after Chetri led them off with a 13-4-3-3. Every tenth of a point's going to matter here coming down to the final rotations. Michigan already has 2 hits here.
Another triple back. Oh, so close to that stick.
Michigan was in 3rd place coming into this 5th rotation. Back to the Sooners now, who they were in 4th place. They finish on rings, and then the final rotation, they'll be on the highest scoring event, the vault. Oklahoma expected to be trailing all day long. Will they have enough by the time they get to vault to contend for that championship title?
And now on the parallel bars for Nebraska,
Tosh Haidu.
our final competitor on vault from Ohio State, David Ramirez.
And after that delay on parallel bars, now it's Nebraska's Caden Clinton leading them off there.
Very nice. High flying release move there on P-bars.
Clinton over there on parallel bars, a Big Ten runner-up on that event this year.
And he delivers.
Gymnastics fans who've been watching for a long time might remember his father, Grant Clinton, who competed for Nebraska, just a few years ago. Okay. Michigan now on high bar, as we mentioned. Eschleman had a 14-2, their highest score. So they got 3-hit routines, and guess what? Here's Fred Richard, 2023 NCAA high bar champion, and don't expect him to hold back.
No, he can do some absolutely incredible work on this event. His high bar routine is world class.
He's also the leader in the all-around here, these national championships.
So we'll see some of these high flying release moves right off the bat, starting here with a Casina. Caught a little bit close there, but was able to keep the momentum going. Into that laid out Tkachev. I saw this yesterday too. The construction of this routine is a little bit different than what you would typically see, as he's kind of switching up those release moves a little bit. Oh, that was a little bit.
What a save.
That was a great save. A little bit passed on that. This has been a good routine. Now he's just got to find the landing. Ah, so close there.
Yep.
His dad's sweating over there.
I would be too, my goodness, seeing my son up there flying around, taking those enormous risks. Wow.
Let's take a look at this first huge release move there. That's called a Casina. So we talked earlier about what these skills are valued at, and that is a G-valued skill, so he gets 7/10 for doing that. And a beautiful double-double laid out. And his dad likes it.
Michigan, the reigning team champions. They've completed 5 rotations. There's 1 rotation to go. And they're in a tight battle along with Nebraska and Stanford. And Stanford on pommel horse has Kieran Mandava right now. Asher Hong had a 12-9-3-3. So they have only 1 score that was better than 13, and that was Chetri's 13-4-3-3.
Oh, a little bit of a leg split there.
Feeling a little bit of nerves.
Definitely. Settling into the routine nicely. It's a hard skill.
It
You can
so
see
is.
he's showing a little bit of pike there. The judges are definitely going to take note of that. But a solid routine. You know, I always say, whenever you're on pommel horse and you don't fall off, to me, that's a hit routine.
Fair enough. Most gymnasts call it the beast. Some people call it the pig instead of the pommel horse. It has knocked a lot of people off. Congratulations to him for making it through. Stanford survives pommel horse. He gets a 13.166. Alex Natachi will be next up on the parallel bars. He's preparing them the right amount of chalk and honey and water just to get the right grip. Remember, Nebraska is running a little behind on this event because of the injury to Jackson Clapper. That's why they are in last place right now as well, because they're a few scores behind. But they'll catch up here shortly. Coming into this rotation, Nebraska was second to Stanford, just a little over 4 points behind them. The top 3 teams separated by just 0.6 of a point. Keep in mind, a fall is 1 whole point. So all 3 teams are that close right there. Oklahoma is just behind them a little bit, but Oklahoma has yet to go to vault, which is the highest scoring event. So it's all lining up to be a thrilling 6th and final rotation.
Absolutely, it's going to come down to the wire.
So the scores for Clinton were a 13.633. Nathan York had a 14.233. And here's Natachi.
Really intricate skill to start right there, called a giant Diamondov. Really challenging skill, but does it very well. Now into the support work. And he does one of the hardest dismounts in the world right there. Little step to the side there, but I can't tell you, I've trained that dismount, okay?
How'd it work out for you?
Not good.
That's a double back with a full twist in it. There's really only a handful of people in the world who do it.
Oh my gosh, and he does it so well.
Maybe you should call him up and say, hey, how do you do that thing?
Oh, I have.
What does he tell you?
Nothing he's told me has worked so far, so.
Okay. Okay, moments ago on rings for the Oklahoma Sooners, Francisco Velez Melendez, the top guys in the country on rings, and you're going to see why.
Wow.
He's just built for this event.
Oh my gosh, you can see how it just looks like he's floating when he's pushing into those strength skills.
Tosh Haidu before him had a 13.9. Every score for the Sooners are 13 or better here. It's good on rings.
Oh my gosh. This late in the routine, a backup rise Maltese.
And he just freezes it.
It's not supposed to look that easy.
Clean execution. Excellent positions in the strength moves.
Wow.
Well done.
That was an incredible routine.
Melendez from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Still ring specialist, and he's a member of the Puerto Rican national team. Asher Cohen, we saw his thrilling routine on the rings. Here he is now on the parallel bars. Natachi had a 13.033.
Very nice. First 2 skills there. There again we see the popular Bobzar skill. So if you're listening at home and you're wondering what language are we speaking right now, all the skills in the gymnastics code of points here that you hear us talking about, they're actually named after the first athletes who competed them. Oh, and that's a little bit of a mistake right there. Really needs to stick this dismount. Oh, and he does.
How about that?
All right.
He'll get the stick bonus for that. That's a good time to plant the dismount, isn't it, when you need it? Remember, they were in second place coming into this rotation, behind Stanford.
Let's take another look at this dismount here. Just drops right into it.
You know, we were talking to Chuck Schmelke, the head coach of Nebraska, the other day, and he goes, you know, my guys stick landings all the time in practice. They just don't do it in the meets. Well, I think he's getting some stuck landings today.
Yeah, he's happy for sure.
Schmelke has told us this is a brand new Nebraska team. 8 freshmen in the lineup. They don't quite have the experience they've had with previous teams. It's been a roller coaster of a year. Max Odden will be competing for Nebraska. Now he's competing as an all-arounder. He's the 5th guy up, but he's not going to count towards the team score, even though his team is in this rotation. He's competing as an individual all-arounder, and he's allowed to go for his individual accolades.
See, he is definitely one of the taller gymnasts that we've seen here tonight. That really bodes well for his lines. You can see just how elegant his gymnastics looks just because of his long limbs. And
6 feet tall is gigantic for a gymnast.
Yeah.
Big Ten all-around runner-up this year. The junior out of Scottsdale, Arizona.
That's a solid routine.
Those scores will count towards his effort as an individual all-arounder, not for the team in that case. Nebraska had Asher Cohen as the last competitor for them. He had a 12-9. But the high score for the Cornhuskers in that rotation was second up Nathan York with a 14.233. So the standings at this point, Stanford still has the lead. Nebraska is still in second. Oklahoma is creeping up on them. They're in third. Michigan is in fourth. Those top 4 teams separated by just 3 points. The stage will be set in the 6th and final rotation for a thrilling finish. Stick with us, folks. The best of the best in the United States. Who's going to come out on top? We said at the top of the show, pound for pound, some of the strongest athletes in the world, and they're all going head-to-head here at the National Championship. We're coming down to the 6th and final rotation, and we have a close one. The top 4 teams separated by 3 points. It's really anybody's game coming into this final rotation. You see their scores from the qualifier the previous day. Oklahoma will finish on the highest scoring event. That has to be a little bit advantage for them. They're 3 points back, but they're on a big scoring event, the vault.
Absolutely, and we can't count Stanford out. They are coming into this final rotation with a 3-point lead. But Oklahoma with that vault coming up, I mean, anything could happen at this point. We can't count any of the teams out.
It's kind of funny. I'm mentioning Oklahoma, where I'm a graduate, and you're mentioning Stanford. Okay, God bless you, buddy. Okay, so here's what's at stake. Michigan could go back-to-back and win their 10th national championship. Stanford could win their 6th title in 7 seasons. And they would be deserving so. They've been leading all day long. Oklahoma hasn't won since 2018, but they've won a total of 12 national championships going all the way back to the 70s. Nebraska, this would be their first title since 1994 with a very young and inexperienced team. There is their head coach, Chuck Schmelke. He is carrying the banner, celebrating Jimmy Hartung, their assistant coach who passed away earlier this year. An emotional year for those gentlemen. Michigan's on the floor, Illinois on the pommel horse, Stanford on the rings, OU on the vault, Ohio State on parallel bars, and Nebraska on the high bar. It's really anybody's game. 4 up, 4 count. Every score counts, every landing counts, every stick bonus counts in this 6th and final rotation. Before we get to the team competition, here are the final individuals competing today for individual accolades All-American status and titles as well. Nicholas Karsakov for William and Mary on parallel bars.
This is a beautiful start to his routine so far. Really great swinging work. A little bit early on that right there. Now just the dismount. Very nicely done. He's going to be happy with that routine. Take another look at the dismount here. See how he breaks out on that half turn to spot the ground. Didn't quite get enough rotation for the stick.
Tucker Yasunaga will be on high bar now for the California Golden Bears. And on the left of your screen, on rings, Brian Rollison competing for Simpson College. Simpson College only in its 4th year of existence. Colin Payne, their head coach there. Simpson College is in Iowa. Good news for those who are following gymnastics, because just recently McMurray State down in Abilene, Texas announced that they're launching a new boys program, men's gymnastics as well as women's gymnastics. So for the last several years, we've often been talking about the decline in opportunity in men's gymnastics in particular, but great news for the NCAA that a Texas university has decided to add a program for both the men and women going forward, just like Simpson College did 4 years ago, as well as Greenville.
Now on the parallel bars for Ohio State, Christian Grachowski.
Christian Grachowski now for Ohio State on parallel bars. Ohio State was in 6th after 5 rotations, about 5 points behind Illinois, who's in 5th. The battle's really coming down to Nebraska, Oklahoma, Michigan, and Stanford for that championship.
Christian, another one of those gymnasts that just has really great lines all the way down to that toe point. Just beautiful gymnastics to watch. That was a great routine. Take another look at this dismount right here. Very well executed.
Luke Tully will be on vault. Mike Dalton, competing as an individual before him, had a 12.066.
See another Yurchenko style entry vault there, done very well. You can see
really
how explosive he was off the table.
Good.
See just the amplitude he gets off this block. Boom. So high in the air. Just a small step on that landing. Really well done.
We're on this final rotation. Michigan on the floor. That means that's time for leadoff Solon Chiotti.
Now on rings from Navy, Brian Solomon.
Top 4 teams within 3 points as we come into this final rotation. Brian Solomon on rings, competing as an individual here.
Next up floor from Michigan, Solon Coyote.
Very nice strength work from Brian right there.
Brian Solomon, the junior from Linfield, Massachusetts. So on the left of your screen, here goes Coyote for Michigan.
This is a huge routine for Solon here. His job as the leadoff man is to set the tone for the rest of the guys. Start off with a strong routine. Typically, the first guy up isn't necessarily going to score the highest, but his job is to just have a solid hit, start the rotation off, put the foot on the gas for the rest of the guys.
Talking to the head coach, Xiao Yuan at Michigan earlier this week. He said, how do you characterize Solon Coyote? He says, he's kind of like a Brody Malone. He's always working hard and he never complains.
Well, thank you, Coach Xiao.
Michigan, the reigning team champions. Will they have enough here in this 6th and final rotation to go back to back?
Wow, so close to that stick there. As we mentioned before, there can be up to a 4/10 swing on each of these sticks because of the stick bonus, and it's really going to come down to the wire here, so these sticks matter. Take a look at that tuck double-double there. It's done so well.
Let's go quickly to high bar now. Anthony Coppi. Stanford in 2nd place coming into this 6th and final rotation. And meanwhile, Oklahoma on the vault. Their leadoff competitor will be none other than Fuzzy Benes.
Fuzzy is a sticking machine on the vault. And there he does it again.
Wow, you called that one.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that was done so well.
What a way. You talk about the key elements of a leadoff competitor. One of it is motivation, right? You stick a landing like that, that just injects a bunch of adrenaline into the rest of the team, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Those next 3 guys for Oklahoma are going to be so pumped up and ready to go now.
Remember, our leading team is Stanford. Reese Landsberger now will lead them off on rings. And while he's on ring, oh my goodness. Wait, that's not humanly possible.
Oh my gosh. He
Butterfly to
gravity.
Maltese. Oh, over on floor, Landon Blix out of bounds. After Solon Coyote led off Michigan with a 13.03. There's almost too much to take in here with all this going on at the same time.
Oh my gosh, and he just pulls out of that cross. On rings there.
Apparently gravity does not apply to him.
It doesn't.
That is unreal.
Oh. Bobble on that dismount there. Big hop forward. It's a great routine. Other than that. Landon is just having a fantastic routine right now. Remember, we can't count Michigan out. Floor can be a high-scoring event for them.
They went out of bounds on that opening tumbling run. We'll see what the judges do with that. There's the stick, though. He gets some of those points back.
There we go. Oh, he's happy with that.
He gets a hug from Xiao Yuan, and Xiao's glasses fell off. It's like, it's crazy down here. Sam Rakita now for Nebraska. Remember, they're in 2nd place coming into this rotation. Top 3 teams just separated by 3 points. Anthony Coppi had a 13.3 to lead them off. Here is Rakita. And over on pommel horse, it's Tate Costa for Illinois. Connor Miklos. And back to vault now. It's Sasha Goganozu. 2 sticks, almost.
So close there. Just a small step to the side there.
Fuzzy Benas led them off with a 14-2.
Solid routine on high bar for Sam.
Every landing is going to be critical coming into this final performances. These teams are all so close. Most of them doing similar level difficulty. Stanford probably does the most difficulty, takes the most risks, but with risks comes some challenges as well. Charlie Larson now, after Landon Blix had a 13.866. And Arun Chetri now on rings for Stanford.
Oh!
No!
Oh, no, Charlie.
Did a laid out double-double.
That is such a hard skill to do, and he usually does that so well.
And those short landings are brutal on the ankles.
His job now is to just make sure that he can finish this routine as cleanly as possible. Minimize as much damage as he can. He's doing a pretty good job.
Chetri finishes strong on rings.
Last pass here for Charlie.
Oh.
Just small hop forward there.
So unfortunate. He's spectacular on floor exercise. How did his ankles survive a double layout at the end? What happened here?
Oh my gosh. You can see here, everything looked so good. He usually does his pass so well. Just, maybe he was a little lower than he usually was and just wasn't able to get enough rotation to stay on his feet there, but that hurts.
It does.
I've done that before, and it does not feel good on the ankles.
Brigham Brentaway now for the Sooners. Now the scores for OU on vault. They have a 14-2 with Benas, 14-1, 3-3 with Boganozu. Here's Brentaway. Remember, Sooners were in third coming into this final rotation.
And a great vault.
With control.
He's happy with that. Oklahoma's having a great vault run right now. Let's see here from the springboard to the table. Small leg separation there, but watch the form in the air and the way he just breaks out and spots the ground into that landing. See here, his toes are just glued together. Spots that landing, small hop forward, really minimizing the deductions. That's going to be a fantastic score.
Brentaway, the fifth-year senior for the Sooners from Wyoming. A utility player and a mainstay in the lineup for the last 3 years. Incredible contributions to Oklahoma in his career, which is coming to a close, at least his collegiate portion of his career this weekend, in fact, tonight. Good time for Nicholas Hubler to deliver another score in that range of 14 points. And he's immensely capable of that on rings.
Absolutely. As I mentioned before when we were watching him on floor, he would spend hours in the gym working on his air sense and his sticks. He would also spend hours working on his strength here, so we're going to see some really great strength moves. Starting with that, oh my gosh. Just completely flat. You see how he lowers. Yeah. Look how flat he is.
Yeah, that's impossible.
I could put a cup of coffee on that.
Oh my goodness. 1001, 1002.
Wow, and that's exactly what the judges are looking for right there, that 2-second hold, that perfectly flat position. There's not a lot for them to take on that.
He's just the perfect strength to weight ratio combination for rings, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
How does he keep his arms so locked out and the ring so still, even with those swinging moves? Oh! That was money.
That was a phenomenal routine. That's going to be a big score for Stanford.
And a stick bonus as well. Wow.
There's not much for them to take off on that routine.
More world-class gymnastics. Look out, here's Fred Richard.
Huge open and tumbling past the laid-out double-double that we saw Charlie struggle with a little bit in his routine.
Charlie only got an 11.933 for Charlie Larson. So after the first two scores in the 13s, all kinds of pressure here on Fred Richard.
Fred needs to deliver here, and he is really good on this event. He's another one of those athletes that has really incredible air sense and just knows where he's at in the air, so he can find those landings and get those sticks a lot.
Keep in mind, coming into this rotation, all of these top four teams just 3 points apart. Michigan was in 4th place. They are the reigning champions. They've had a couple of mistakes here.
And the dismount.
Always count on Fred Richard. Likely also that secured his back-to-back NCAA all-around title.
Let's take a look at here. This is his non-acrobatic element, taking advantage of the flare work here.
Now for the Sooners, the final vaulter of the night. Brigham Brentaway had a 13.9. Here is Tyler Flores. Oh! Brilliant!
Oh my gosh!
Brilliant! Oh!
Wow, that was huge for Oklahoma.
Mark it down as a stuck landing. Oklahoma was in 3rd coming into this 6th and final rotation. 2.7 behind Stanford.
Look at this execution here. Just breaks out, spots that landing, just drops right into it.
That's one of those vaults that comes from what is a 14.8 start value. They deduct from there for maybe whatever form deductions, and they give some back for that stick bonus. Just what the Sooners needed in that final rotation. Now that sets up Asher Hong on the rings. Nick Kubler had a 14.166, well deserved.
Absolutely.
Anybody who can score over 14 on rings is big time. Asher Hong, the final competitor for Stanford.
And Asher,
they've had the lead all day long.
Asher is phenomenal on this event. He's the 2025 NCAA rings champion. Looking to defend his title here, but more importantly, keep Stanford on top of the podium for the team. He's having a great routine so far. He stuck his dismount yesterday. Can he do it again? Ooh, small hop backwards.
Oklahoma currently the leader in the clubhouse with a 328.495, one of their highest scores of the season. We're doing some quick math on the sideline. Stanford needs better than a 12.97 to win.
Look at the strength on that. So you can see just how level his body is with the bottom of the rings there. Just perfect.
Not much to deduct on that Olympic medalist, 8-time NCAA champion. Did he lead the Stanford Cardinal to another championship? Oklahoma couldn't have done better on vault in that final rotation.
Absolutely not. They did exactly what they needed to do. That was as good as they could have done.
12.970 is the number. Anything more than that, Stanford wins. Remember, here are the last 7 seasons of national champions. Oklahoma's last title was in 2018. They're currently right now leaders in the clubhouse, but we wait on the score for Stanford. Can they get another title? And the score's in. It's a 14-3. So the Stanford Cardinal with a 3:29.825. They led wire to wire, and deservedly so, are the 2026 NCAA men's gymnastics champions. Oklahoma chose to start on the parallel bars, which meant they had to finish on the vault. They knew they were going to be behind all day long, and they poured it on with a brilliant performance on vault, but it was just not enough for Stanford. Asher Cohen from Nebraska celebrating with his teammates. And Asher Hong also celebrating with his teammates with a clutch ring routine to allow the Stanford Cardinal to dominate. Oklahoma goes to second. Michigan does not repeat. They end up third. Nebraska moves to fourth. What a gutsy performance and a well-deserved championship for the Stanford Cardinal. We'll be right back to hear from the champions. Don't go away. Well, what a thrilling day of gymnastics. It's the Stanford Cardinal, the 2026 NCAA men's gymnastics team champions, their 6th title in 7 years. A well-deserved championship today and a gutsy performance start to finish. Let's go down to Lauren Sisler with the winners.
Here we're here with senior Asher Hong as well as Coach Gleamy, and guys, national champions. You got the job done. How does it feel?
Feels great. I mean, our motto this year was earned, not given, and it was also from the ashes since we lost last year. But we wanted to bring it in, bring it together, and come to this championship and prove that we're still a team that can win championships.
And you guys really proved that. A youthful team, a lot of adversity early in the season. How did you see your team peak at the right time?
It's been a challenge for sure. They just had to embrace that even if they're in the 10th spot or 8th spot, that they needed to push to make the top 4. And by doing that, they pushed the 5th guy to challenge the 4th guy, and we just slowly started rising up and produced solid difficulty, and we were pretty much 24 for 24, not exactly great on execution, but nobody fell, so that was great.
6th title in 7 years. Coach, you've been here, done that. Does he always remain this calm?
He does remain pretty calm most of the time.
In the meets.
In the meets, yeah. I mean, he says, you know, I'm energized, I'm excited in practice, I'll get on people, but when it's the meet, I'm calm and collective, so.
Coach, you've remained calm this entire time. Having a senior leader like Asher here, what has this meant for your program?
It's great. He's had mentors before him, and we just hope that the legacy keeps living on. He's passing on what he's learned, he's adding to it, and so it's really exciting in the gym for all the guys, for freshmen when they walk in, to the seniors when they know it's their last year.
And Asher, I'll leave this one with you. As you reflect on this journey, why has this been so special?
I mean, the team culture. The team culture is really what makes it happen, and I think the team culture is what wins championships. And so we really wanted to embrace that team culture, bring it on to this year with a ton of new guys. We had a ton of seniors and fifth years leave last year, so I just wanted that culture to remain stable as I left for my senior year, so it's really special.
And what do you want to say to these guys tonight as you get ready to hoist that trophy?
I mean, be ready for next year. The target's on the back now, so.
Already looking ahead to next year, guys. Well done, congratulations, you're national champions here. Brody, you know this feeling all too well.
Good point, Lauren. Yeah, Brody Malone. I don't think you ever lost a national championship when you were there at Stanford.
I did not. I got 4 rings. It was pretty cool.
Well, we're crowning several champions. Obviously, Stanford Cardinal wins the team championship. Fred Richard won the all-around easily. There, over there on the side there, you can see a very emotional Asher Cohen. He's the national champion on the rings, and what a special night, because the last national champion for Nebraska on the rings was back in 1982. One of his coaches, Jimmy Hartung, won that title back then, and Jimmy passed away this just past January. So what a tribute to Jimmy Hartung, and what a great congratulations to Asher Cohen on a fine career. You see all of the champions there. There will be several trophy presentations coming up. We're going to step away, and what a thrilling night. I feel like it always comes out to be the best meet of the year, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. The season is so long, and these guys work so hard, all for this night right here. And to see it come to fruition like this, it's just incredible to watch.
Remember, stick with us. You can go to ESPN Plus, and you can watch all of the award ceremonies on ESPN Plus. What a thrilling night of gymnastics. We're glad you joined us. For Lauren Sisler, Brody Malone, and Pete Delaria, and our entire crew, what a thrilling day of gymnastics. We're so glad you joined us. Congratulations to the Stanford Cardinal. They're once again the national champions.